certain officials gives you insight. Could you, any details of that, anything?
Well, the first thing you need to know is you're always sitting in front of the right North Korean, because you're sitting in front of whether you're sitting in front of a vice minister. So, I think going forward, the continued efforts at pressure, without being discouraged by, the fact that North Korea's behavior, they still launch missiles, so that's a failure of deterrence. That's nonsense. We're deterring an attack. I don't like missile launches, but we need to know what we're trying to deter if we're going to begin to make judgments on how good our policy or deterrents are. And complicating that also is the narrative that North Korea has woven over the years, and us against the world, hyper paranoid, hyper emphasis on sovereignty and autonomy, and a projection of a DPRK that lives in a hostile world surrounded by potential enemies waiting for its collapse, and only its dear leader has the wisdom and fortitude to pursue these capabilities that protect the people of the DPRK from these outside predators. So they create the threat and fix the threat, and that is when you look at other areas of legitimacy of the Kim family regime, it doesn't provide for its people. Its economy is in tatters. It's not a paradise on earth as the propaganda proclaims. And of course, the worst case scenario is that Kim Jong-un is watching a leader seeking to achieve strategic objectives through the use of force, and suddenly, whether Kim either directly signaled or indirectly signaled by the new relationship with Vladimir Putin, sees a flashing yellow light or a green light to engage in similar military actions against the South. That would be the worst of all fear scenarios. I think that's much less likely. I don't think what Russia wants to do is to seek a relationship with North Korea in any way that significantly leads to instability in the region. But can I be assured of that? No, and this is why we need to watch it carefully, because those are I think the worst case scenarios of a new and improved Russia-DPRK relationship. Right. I used to jokingly note that, between U.S. forces, Korea, or the ROK Army, or BTS, the greatest threat to North Korea is BTS, or cultural infiltration and pressures to transform from within. This is why they have, over the years, not really wanted a better, improved relationship with South Korea, because they're afraid of the influences that would come into North Korea by a sustained inter-Korean rapprochement. Ultimately, this is why I think they're not interested in relations with the United States, because everywhere we go, we bring that cultural baggage. We want to see improvements in human rights. We want to see free markets. We want to see, cultural and free expression. And these are things that would transform the regime in a way threatening to the Kim family rule.